Hey, what's up, guys? Chloe's here, trying to find my lighting. Today we have a triple D review on the delicate liquids. I placed an order. I've never tried anything from Triple D before, and so I knew I'm a very hard dip flu sufferer, so I knew I wanted to try their liquids. As you guys know, I've tried the Sparkle & Co. low odor liquids. Didn't go over so good. I'll leave that in the cards in the description box below, that video. But I'm still on the hunt for the good dip flu proof liquids. So when I seen that Triple D came out with some, I knew I wanted to order them. And I took that chance to also get their cuticle tool that I've seen Kate from Kate's Nail Corner use a lot, and I just thought it looked so neat and like easy to use and everything, so I went ahead and picked that up, and I am loving that. I've used it for all of my manis since I've gotten it and opened it, which was here in this video, and so I think that's been like 4 or 5 manis now that I've used it for since filming this. And so I'm loving that little tool. It's got the hard like pick for the dip on one side, and then it's got this little silicone guy for gel cleanup on the other side. And then I got a dip to try too. Just do an all around Triple D situation. I got the color Paris. I don't know why I only got one. I think I seen that my cart was getting more expensive than I wanted it to be, and I didn't want to have to explain to my husband why I spend so much money on dip stuff, so I only got one. And I'm just checking out the liquids, seeing how much is going to come off on the brush or not, how much I'm going to have to do like wiping wise. I'm going to add just a layer of the base down first. I'm not wearing anything on my nail previously to this, like I don't have an overlay on or anything, it's just my natural nail. So I'm going to apply a layer of this first, one to protect my nail so I don't have to buff it, and secondly I wanted to kind of get a feel for how long it would take to dry as well. So I did this and it did take a little bit to dry. Now, I did not have anywhere near as many issues with this as I did the Sparkle & Co. liquids. They're low odor liquids. If you guys seen that video already, you know the struggle was real, especially on that top coat. And so here I'm going to see, and I'll notice that a few of my nails are still kind of tacky. So I avoid my middle finger and ring finger when putting this clear down first. I'm going to do a layer of clear. I'm going to do 2 layers of Paris and then another layer of clear to encapsulate. So, speed through this clear part because it's not Triple D's clear. I only currently have Rebel's clear, and I plan on branching out, but I still have this 2-ounce jar that I don't want to waste. Anyways, so this is what I'm doing first. Based on first impressions, if I go solely alone on first impressions, after I did this mani, I was highly impressed. I was like, oh, yes, this is so nice. I did not sneeze. I did not cough. I did not have any runny nose, stuffy nose, watery eyes, nothing. These liquids literally smell like nothing. And yes, I did smell them. I don't recommend going around and sniffing your liquids, but because they said no scent, low odor, I had to put it to the test, and they did not smell like anything. That goes for the base and the top coat. The activator did have a scent to it. Yeah. I watched Kate's video on these liquids. I watched it, and I'm glad that I did, because when it comes to the top coat, I will be sharing some pointers with you that she used. And so the top coat situation, definitely not my own find. It was a tester that Kate found her advice on, and then she used it and tried it, and then I took it from Kate. So yeah, but you'll see how that goes. But the activator, I heard in Kate's video, she said that it smelled like mothballs, and in my opinion, it does smell like mothballs. It brings back childhood memories of living out in the country and having to put mothballs under the house for mice. Oh my goodness. But yeah, it did smell like mothballs. Anyways, the base coat and top coat did not smell like anything at all. And using my scrubby brush to scrub my clear, always, that's a must for me. And Paris is, it's this really pretty. Am I activating this right now? Guys, I literally have, okay, I know what I did. I had it on, sorry. I had it on my bare nail. Yes, that is correct. And I wanted to do an overlay, right? But I didn't want to do an overlay with any other liquids that could, like, tamper with my experiment of dip flu, you know? So I did the overlay on camera too, so you guys could see that I was using the Triple D base liquids, nothing else, and the activator. I was not using another brand, I was using this. And then I put my peel base on, and that's what you're seeing me feel if it was dry. And now we're going in and going to dip. So anyways, Paris, I love the color of it. It's really pretty soft lavender color with sparkles, shimmer. It's not a super chunky glitter, just a like sporadic kind of smaller chunk glitter. I had a few other dips in my basket, and when it came to me, like, came down to removing some things out of my cart to get the price down, I was like, I don't know what to keep, and I decided to keep Paris. Yes, the color is beautiful, but that wasn't initially what sold me on the color when I had it in my cart. It was that it reminded me of my sister. My older sister, whose name is Karis, Karis, and her favorite place ever is Paris, and she's been to Paris and everything, and so that's what sold me on the dip. I was like, oh, well, I can get this one, and I can talk about my sister in my video, so that's why I have Paris, because it reminded me of my sister. And I currently don't live anywhere near her, so I need to keep her as close as I can. Anyways, so that's why we picked this color, and I love it. I love the color. It's very pretty. In fact, it's like, it's not opaque. It's not super opaque. There is like some base color in it, but not a crazy amount. So I think it would make a really good topper over any kind of thing that you do. And see, guys, I love this little pick thing. Like, do you see how easy that is to just get in there and everything? Oh man, I am so glad that I got that. It's like become my new favorite tool. I love it. I still recommend the dotting tool. I do. That is like the OG for me. But this guy is pretty amazing too. I've been using it since I got it. So like I said, it's been about 4 or 5 manis now. And so you'll see, like, throughout this whole application, everything is going on super even and like thin, relatively thin, not chunky or thick or lumpy or anything. Everything's going good. I was like really impressed as I was doing it. while I did this glitter, it didn't seem like crazy slow drying or anything. It seemed relatively like on the medium dry side of everything. And yeah, it did what it needed to do. It was great. And then when we get to the top coat, you guys, I will give you like all the ins and outs. What in the world? Talking gibberish, like always. I'll give you all the tips and tricks for the top coat that I learned from Kate, and they worked great. You're going to be very suspicious at first. You're going to be like, or skeptical. You're going to think, that doesn't sound right, but I promise you, it worked, it came out great. It was awesome. So now I'm going to do my second layer, and then we'll top with clear, and I will come back around the top coat because I'll also give you some other thoughts that I have about it. I will let you guys watch. Alright guys, so now that we're finishing up with the clear, I'll come back. You'll see that I'm re-dipping a few of my nails because they were still wet, so for some reason the clear acrylic seems to take the longest to get the base to dry and set. And in my opinion, I think it's just because it's just straight acrylic. There's no anything else there to like tamper with it. It's just straight acrylic, so it takes a second. I don't know what it could be, but that's just my thoughts. Anyways, before we get into the top coat here, I want to say I have 2 bad manis after this mani back to back using these liquids. Like I said, based off of first impressions, in this situation, this mani alone, I would 100% recommend. But then I came to have 2 bad manis back to back, and you guys will see them, but it'll be a few videos from now. And I didn't know if it was the liquids, if it was the powder, if it was me. So I did a second mani and was having similar issues again, and it turned out pretty bad, and now I can't even use my base coat, which is a whole nother situation that it's just, it kind of sucks. So I would not say that these are beginner friendly at all. My base got contaminated super easily. You'll see that in the second Bad Manny. I have Bad Manny number 1 and Bad Manny number 2 coming up. So yeah, I was on the struggle bus with those Mannies, and you will see that. And so yeah, I wouldn't say that these are beginner friendly. I'm actually pretty sad that it wasn't a complete win for me, because I was sold after the first Manny, but then I had those other two and kind of went downhill, and I haven't gone back to use them because I've been traumatized. So anyways, let's get into the top coat. When you go to top coat, after you're done filing and everything, you're going to apply your activator. And then you're going to set a timer, or count in your head, I don't know, for 2 minutes. 2 minutes. You want to let your activator sit on your nails for 2 minutes, and then you're going to get a paper towel or a lint-free wipe, and wipe your nails off with alcohol. You'd wipe them off like you would when you normally would, but just use alcohol. Don't be super aggressive, not super soft. Just wipe them off like normal, but be sure you're using alcohol. And then you're going to wait another 45 seconds. Set another timer after you wipe them. See, just wipe. Easy peasy. Set another timer for 45 seconds. This is a very finicky situation here. And I'm afraid to try it any other way now, because I don't know if it'd come out the same. But like I said, I haven't really tried again since the last few. But anywho, so 45 seconds, then you're going to apply your first top coat. Again, with the top coat, like you would your normal dip top coat, try and keep it to 2 to 3 quick swipes. Wipe your brush off. Do not forget to wipe your brush off. I told you that, like, my base got contaminated after my second Bad Manny, so that just tells me that you will definitely want to wipe your top coat off, because it can probably get contaminated super easy as well from that activator that's still on your nail. So be sure to wipe your brush off before you dip back in the bottle. I'm usually not so worried about the second layer, but for the first layer, for sure, make sure and wipe off your brush. So you're going to apply this layer, and then you're going to wait. And here's where I was like, that doesn't sound right. Set a timer again and wait 2 minutes. 2 full minutes. Do not apply your second layer of dip base, or of dip top coat, for 2 minutes. So in your normal dip situation, you would start at your thumb, finish your pinky, and be able to start right on your thumb again, and then go through and be done with your second top coat like that. You don't have to wait. But for this, it was found that waiting the 2 minutes gave you quick dry time and high shine. And I agree with that. I think it was like 2 minutes is what it took for it to completely dry. And the shine was very pretty. So, yeah, I mean, the tester that Kate found that had this advice, I'm not sure what her name was. I think Kate linked her in the video that she did. So, I'll link Kate's video and everything for this information that she did and that I got from her. But it was just what was found to be the fastest way for dry time and still get high shine. And so that's what I did. And I was super happy that I did watch Kate's video and learn that, because I would have cried if I had another Sparkle & Co. top coat situation. So, yeah. So, like I said, based off of first impressions, I did not have any problems with this mani at all. No lumpiness, no bumpiness. I didn't have to do a lot of filing or buffing. Everything did what it was supposed to do. Top coat, everything. And so I set a timer to see how long exactly it would take to completely dry. And yeah. So, anyways, yeah. First impressions, thumbs up. Way to go. But I am afraid to try it again. And like I said, I can't really use my base coat super easily right now. But again, that's another story, another time. You guys will see it in a few videos. Anywho, these were my thoughts. See, I like to touch the tip of my nail because I do cap my edges. I like to touch the tip of my nail first to see if that's dry, because I'd rather smudge the free edge of my nail than anywhere else. And so then I lightly tap across my nail very cautiously to see if that's dry. It was dry. Everything was good. So, yeah, I think I had like one nail that maybe wasn't completely dry, or it was. Okay, yeah. My whole hand was dry. Here, look at the shine. It's really pretty. And look at that glitter. Oh, I love this dip. I will definitely be using that again. Like I said, I'm still using the cuticle tool. I love it, love it, love it. And now I'm just going to put oil on. And usually after I put oil on my cuticles, I rub it in. I take a paper towel and I just rub my nail off. Just the nail plate to get the oil off of the nail, so I can take pictures or show you guys just what it looks like not being greasy like that. So anyways, that is that. My Triple D Delicate Liquids review. I have not tried their normal liquids. I don't know what those are about. I'm just on a hunt for a dip flu situation, and so far I haven't found it. Anyways, guys, hope you liked the video. Bye!